Hi, folks. Welcome to second semester of online AP Stats. I want to actually kick us off by first telling you that the grades are in for first semester in Skyward. So you can go ahead and look and see where your quarter two and first semester ended up at in terms of our grading curve that we use. If we are back in person next week, you will have the other opportunity of possibly getting up to 2 summative extra credit points for quarter two. You would come in, remember, on the win time next week. You could try 1 or 2 actual free responses from the AP board. I'm going to grade them based on their scoring guidelines. So if you feel like you know your material pretty well for chapters 5, 6, and 7, you'll probably do pretty good on those. If you don't really feel that comfortable with it, you probably won't get any extra credit because to get the extra credit, you must receive at least a 3 or a 4 on the free responses as the AP board would grade them if they were the actual national exam. So look back at my post from last week to get some more insights about that potential to get some points. But grades are looking pretty good in Skyward, and hopefully you are content with them. Now let's talk about this semester. You're going to notice there's 5 folders left here, and they're all one color, which means we're on to our last and our fourth topic. This topic is called Inferences and Procedures. And what it is you are going to learn how to write confidence intervals and how to perform statistical tests. And your calculator is going to be incredibly handy for you on this one. So make sure you have those calculators. In chapter 8, you learn about confidence intervals and how they work and how to construct them and how to write them properly. Chapter 9, they're going to show you how to make a test of a claim. And they're going to teach you the procedures and the ins and outs of that. And then what they do when they hit 10, 11, and 12 is they teach you other concepts, but they're going to ask you write a confidence interval, do a test. They're going to basically come back and have you use the procedures you use in chapters 8 and 9. So at first, students are a little, maybe a little iffy on starting it because 8 and 9 are new concepts. But after they get chapters 8 and 9, then they notice how 10, 11, and 12 just flow, and it's the same thing. So by the end of chapter 12, they're really good at writing confidence intervals and writing tests and doing things of that nature. Now, the one thing I have to tell you about this fourth topic, it's a lot more writing, and it's expected to be more writing. You might have one free response question that takes over a half a page to a full page to do it properly to show the work. And that's fine, but show the work. This book is very straightforward, and they tell you if you're going to construct a confidence interval or make a test, they're going to tell you the 4 steps you need to show, and they're going to tell you everything in those 4 steps to show. If you're missing any one of those 4 steps, you basically lose points. So there's a lot of work that needs to be shown in terms of the steps and procedures. They're not hard steps. You just have to remember the steps. But if you miss the steps, you start losing points. So really practice 8 and 9. Try to get the information nicely understood. Track me down if you need help on that, because the better you understand what 8 and 9 is asking for you, the easier the last half of this particular quarter is going to be. Now, in terms of taking a look at this, let's actually dive into the first deadlines that we're going to have for chapter 8. Here's the great thing. First day of second semester, everyone is on pace. I will tell you, last semester, not the case. Very few of you were on pace, which is fine. If you're the type of person that likes to be on pace, that was great. And there were a few of you that really liked that and really maintained it. Others of you were fine not being on pace because you got caught up and you felt good with that. If you felt like it started to overtake you, the class, and you were rushing towards the end and doing a lot of that work in the last few days of the deadline, you're probably not going to learn it well, and you're probably not going to be all that successful on the May exam. So I'm going to challenge you this time to maybe try to stay more on pace if you're the type of person that was getting too far behind first semester of this previous year. Or this current year, actually. So if you were getting eaten up by this course and feeling behind, don't make that happen to you. Everyone is on pace right now. So when we look at the deadlines, Chapter 8 has 2 deadlines. We're going to have a mid-chapter deadline. All the work assigned this week, including next Monday's mid-chapter free response, is the first deadline. The deadline for the mid-chapter deadline is right here. It's Thursday, February 3rd. Okay. Then you're going to learn the second half of chapter 8. You're going to continue on section 2. You're going to learn section 3. You're going to do your reviews and get ready for that. That's going to go into February. You're going to find that the deadline for the chapter 8 test, which is a part 1 multiple choice and a part 1 free response, that deadline is going to be Friday, February 11th. getting that down. And again, I highly encourage you, invest the time into chapter 8 and understanding it. It's going to help you so much if you really get a good grasp on chapter 8. Okay. Um, and basically with that, then we're going to be just continuing on with these chapters. You're going to do, again, a lot more writing. The math part of it is not difficult math. It's just more procedural. Can you understand the steps that they want you to write down? The math is not difficult at all. Your calculator is going to do the math for you. It's interpreting things and it's learning concepts. We do have our national exam on, it is May 5th this year. So we are actually one of the first exams. Typically, we're one of the last. It's going to go fast. So let me know what you need from me in our learning. This week, by the way, if you are going to sign up for a win time, which would be digital, this is my Zoom link. So feel free to come on into a win session either this Wednesday or this Friday and just use this Zoom link right here. Other than that, here's to a good start of second semester. Let me know what you need from me and have a good one.